Hello and welcome 8th grade Elks and parents. This is Mr. Macaluso. Very excited for this 2014-2015 school year. This is a video that's going to go through my rubric, the Individuals and Societies class for 8th grade, level 3 in the IB program. You're going to know it as United States history, early U.S. history. Here's my contact information if you ever need to get a hold of me. My extension 2121, email, Twitter if you use that, and my room number. First thing I always want to talk about is our movement to becoming an IB World School. It has been a fantastic one in my opinion, and here are some of the things of what it means to be in an IB classroom. What kind of things should you begin to see? Lots of critical thinking, investigating, communicating, trying to see how you know and understand early U.S. history content. The idea of the class is that it's student-centered, meaning I'm not up there lecturing all the time. Of course some, but not all. The learning is created by you. I'm here as the guide. We are here to learn concepts, not facts and dates. You're going to use approaches to learning, or the tools you use to learn, to be successful. And we're going to frame all of this around what we call our global context as we look at U.S. history from an international-minded approach. And that's the philosophy of the IB program right there in a nutshell. Part of that is how grades are determined. So one of the ways we're trying to become more IB and just grade on how well you do on the criterion, they're called, or the final products, is most of your grade is based on what we call summative work. The daily work is what's called formative. It's classwork in class activities, and those items that actually are graded are only worth, as you can see here, 10% of your overall grade. It's practice, so we're not going to count it towards your final grade all that much. You cannot redo practice work because it's simply practice for a new grade, although redoing practice work is a fantastic idea, so you learn the content. You get 3 scores. You get a 0 if you don't turn the work in at all, or on time, or it's done very minimally. If you turn the work with a good general understanding, but you fall short of what I consider to be the core requirements, then that is a 7. And finally, if your work meets or exceeds the requirements of the assignment, you would have a 10. So just a 3-level approach to your homework, because again, it's practice, so we're not going to spend too much time on giving that an exact grade. Your summative work is your final assessment for a unit. You have tests, sometimes they're performance tasks like projects, and these are 90% of your overall grade this year as an 8th grader. So this is game day. You got to bring your best, be prepared, bring all the notes that you are allowed to use. You are allowed to use notes on most all traditional tests. And in terms of projects, obviously that's a process over time. You can redo some of the tests at teacher discretion, and I'm just going to write it in here. Items noted with this symbol, the asterisk, on PowerSchool or on Edmodo can be redone anytime. Probably I'll give you a limit, not the whole semester, but over the course of the next month at least. So as we go into becoming an IB course, there's this thing called criterion, kind of like the word criteria. And if you know what a criteria is, it's kind of the standards by which you are graded or assessed on something. So there's 3, and you can click on them on this document if you bring it up on your iPad. Knowing and understanding, investigating, communicating, and thinking critically are the 4 individuals and societies criterion. So each assessment you do that is an IB assessment is graded using likely more than one of these, usually 2 to 3 of these assessed every single assessment. You receive grades of 0 through 8 on these. With enough evidence, you actually get a grade for each of these categories at the end of each semester. What is the course itself all about? Well, I already told you that. Early U.S. history, American Revolution through the Civil War and the Reconstruction period. Big conceptual understanding. Again, not lots of dates and facts. You may not think about it this way, but you're taking an online course. You do that in the sense that you do it through Edmodo. Every single day when you walk into my class, every single day when you go home, you simply log on to your Edmodo account. Everything we did in class that day is there. Every link for every assignment is there. There's no excuse that you have left something at home. You're going to have your textbook Dropboxed or Google Drive sent to you, shared with you. Your textbook will be available as a PDF which we'll work on in getting that set up in class. You can have a textbook, and we're getting on here to supplies, if you would like one, but I'm not going to officially assign everyone a textbook. I'd rather you didn't lug that thing around every day. What you do need to bring is a fully charged iPad, something to write with, a pen or a pencil. Again, oh yes, a dedicated U.S. history folder. You do need a folder for my class only. Optional textbook. Again, you have to have it on your iPad or in paper form, and all of your homework that you might need. Absences. If you're absent, make up the work as many days as you have. If you need more days, let's say you're absent a week and you got tons of work in all your classes, plus the work that's going on at that point, you simply need to communicate. But if you don't communicate that to me and your absences have we've exceeded the days and you haven't communicated, that would go in as a 0. Again, 10% of your overall grade, so it won't affect you that much, but just keep that in mind. Classroom roles are very simple. These are my 3. Everyone's treated with respect. You can't be purposely hurtful or put people down, and you can't disrupt people from learning. So if you don't follow these sort of rules, I have these series of things, basically give you a warning doing some different things. If it continues, I will tell you that your choice. You're going to have to end what you're doing or receive a demerit. And finally, number 3, I see that you've chosen to have a demerit. You're going to fill out your demerit slip and return it to me. If you need to, you'll have some time out in the hallway to process that. I also put in some things I love. I love my family, of course. This is Emma here on the right. She is a 5th grader at Lakeland. Zoe is a 3rd grader at Lakeland, my wife Amanda. And that's my family. And then we have Michigan football, my love. Went to Michigan, go blue. I love coaching and playing volleyball. I love technology, as you can see. I love these guys, if you know who they are. Any guesses? And I love to travel. Do that as often as I can. And these are some of the places I've been recently. Who knows what these countries are. Need to reach me instantly? You can tweet me. You could get me on iMessage. If you have a longer, less urgent question, you can just email me at my email address. Every single person in my class, and ideally parents too, I'm going to say must sign up with Remind 101 through me. Ideally, you use it through texting, but if you don't have texting or don't want to, you at least need to sign up for email. And so if you click on these links here, and I'll just do that to show you what it basically does, it takes you to a page, a Remind 101 page. And for my Mr. Mac U.S. History first hour course, again, they're all different, you would just enter your phone number in and click enter, or enter your email and hit enter, and you're signed up. All right? Okay, so my first hour, 6th hour, and 7th hour each have their own class. Classroom procedures, we're going to go through on your own in class and do a little assignment with those. These are the things you do to make your life successful and functional in my class. And then finally here, down with contact and connection information for parents and you. Again, all the same things. This is the time I don't have classes. Great time to meet with me if you can or need to. You're going to put your name here. I'm going to print this last page for you guys. You're going to print your name here, an hour, and you're going to sign it as a little contract showing that you understand what is going on with my class and you know that only you can choose your behavior. Parents, you're just signing. You have your child to at least discuss this with you, not that you have to watch this or have read it all word for word, but at least you understand and support the classroom rules. And I've signed it as well, that I will be fair and consistent when administering classroom rules. And with that, that is my class. Thanks, guys. I'm excited for a great year in Individuals and Societies, U.S. History, and look forward to getting started with you guys. Thanks. Have a great day.